I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed, I have one gear. Go.
He was rushed to the hospital after a drug-filled night with porn stars.
Winning.
Charlie Sheen climbs the stairs of his Hollywood Hills mansion to begin what he calls his daily descent into death.
Brain, I have different heart, I have different, I get tiger blood, man.
And the whole world goes, he's the guy. Imagine what that did to my head.
A man who has lived life to the fullest, the good, the bad, and the very ugly. From the highest paid TV actor making $2 million per episode to ground zero. This is AKA Charlie Sheen on Netflix, bringing the story of the man, the myth, the legend. Let me know what you think down below. What I did really enjoy about this 2-part docu-series is the fact that, it doesn't shy away from the really dark moments that Charlie Sheen has had to live through. Basically what every biopic fails to do and shies away from. I feel that this is as an authentic look as possible as it can be, in a no-holds-barred at the life of what this man has been through. Real name, Carlos Erwin Estevez. And yeah, that's correct, you may recognise that last name. He is the brother of Emilio Estevez. He's named somewhat after the doctor that saved his life as a baby. This crazy existence was almost non-existent before it even began. Episode 1 of this series takes obviously a closer look at just him growing up and how he became in this acting role. As we mentioned, the brother of Emilio Estevez, who was really a big part in why he stepped foot in Hollywood. His huge popularity and fame led to a reasonable bit of jealousy on Charlie's part. It was really great to see his journey from such a young boy up until his first gig at 18 with Grizzly 2. And it's just really enjoyable to see him in this sober state now and just so open about the fact that, some of his parts weren't great. Grizzly 2 included in that. To the super highs of him landing the role in Platoon and starring in a Best Picture at the age of 20. To his lowest of lows and his insane drug abuse. Something interesting dropped in here that I didn't really know about is that Charlie Sheen almost had the lead role of Karate Kid. Due to some promises elsewhere though, that did mean it was not meant to be. One way that I did like how he put his story basically is there's Charlie Sheen before Platoon and there's Charlie Sheen after Platoon. That was really the turning point. He was on top of the world. I can't imagine the euphoria at landing these huge film roles, and everyone wants a piece of you at such a young age. The drugs is certainly one thing, but you add that with the big bucks, all the parties. Yeah, it's a spiral that's bound to get out of control. What I do really think is quite bizarre and a bit upsetting, to be honest, about his whole life journey, and maybe just where we are in general in the world today, is how when he was his most bizarre and completely out of it, it was mostly encouragement from social media and this whole new generation that seems to love train wrecks and degeneracy. Everything that this man touched went viral and people cheering on his absurd behaviour. Honestly, I was also one of them. I remember seeing these clips with him having 7 cigarettes sticking out of every hole possible and his infamous Tiger Blood and by winning interview. Laughing me head off and on the hunt for the next viral moment. You have someone with all this money and fame doing things that you probably just couldn't even imagine, living vicariously through their insane actions. Part 2 really goes off the rails and delves into the darkest parts of his addiction, and I implore people to check this out. Much like the film Trainspotting, if you want to put people off drugs, this might be a good watch to stick in front of them. It's just really sad that when someone is on a dark path, we practically watch them like a circus clown for our amusement. Nobody really cares anymore. They want the new TikTok shock value moment. I'm so pleased to see that this man has really made a turn for the better and is on the mend, creating and building old and new relationships. If you have, even remotely, followed Charlie Sheen and his story, the best parts, the worst parts, there's a lot of stories in here that you'll really get a lot of enjoyment out of. And again, just to see that this man has came from the bottom of the bottom and he's getting on with his life. And well, if you do know nothing on this man, well, strap in.